Microphone online. Okay, good. Good morning to the people who are out there. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I have a thing that I noticed last night that I want to debug. Oops. Put one there. Actually, we don't really need this one. We need this one. This is a message that we send when we switch compilation phase and it's supposed to happen maybe a few times during compilation. Instead, it happens, at least for this one example that someone sent, like a million billion times. And I don't think they realize that because it's invisible unless you print it out at user level. And so I want to print out what's the phase, and then probably debug why are we sending a million billion of these messages, because that probably slows things down if I'm being honest. Dude, the second I open the door to get fresh air in here, there's all sorts of noises, so you're going to have to put up with that. Phase. Okay, compiler message phase. That's a message. All right. Phase %D. We're just going to have to, C++ won't print enums for us, so that is what it is. Message. Oh, it's MP arrow phase. Okay, so I assume it's toggling back and forth between all code type checked and building source, but I don't know why. Okay, we built the release build. That's why that's happening. That's why that's happening. Okay. Now, okay, well, that's the wrong, there we go. Phase zero. What? That is not what I expected at all. Oh, all source code parsed. Actually, I kind of get it. But like if we never sent phase 1, why are we sending phase 0 over and over again? That's just stupid. So we're going to breakpoint this. I bet this is happening for everything, right? Like, what if I do this? Okay. It's sending a lot more than I wish it did, but it's not a million billion, right? It's still about 35 more than we should have, but it's not a million billion in this case. All right, so okay, so I don't want to break here yet. Now I do. Okay, let's delete all this from yesterday. Dude, this interface sucks so bad. All right. MP phase. All source code parsed. Why? Why are you doing this? Advanced phase building source. Okay. Right. So we actually have this counter of how many of these messages that we have sent. This counter must be getting reset incorrectly. Oh shit. Yeah, this is really bad. Because when we send this okay, so the compiler goes through a few different phases of what it's doing. And, you know, if we're in this building source phase and we want to go to all the sources done and now we're just inferring and so forth, we don't allow ourselves to do that until after we have first notified the user program. And so when we notify the user program, we return. But if we're spammily notifying okay, hold on. Maybe there's a legit, I don't know. Let's not talk anymore for a second. Let's figure out okay, reset phase to building source. Why are we doing this? Because we're issuing a load. Because there's a fucking insert. So this guy's code base must have really a lot of inserts for some reason. Now it's bad that we're spamming with all these messages. So like I kind of wonder, do we have a lot of these? Waiting around? Maybe this is from a macro? Yeah, Line 9352. If I remember, there's one big file. I don't remember. We had to reboot since then. guess. Nope. Maybe that. Yep. Okay, so where's the added strings? Where is it? Where are you putting it? Oh. There we go. Okay, how many of these we got? Compare type. Physics world hash pair ID shade 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He's really using this a lot. 30. So it's basically probably being used for every type in the game because it's on some other data structure. Okay, so if we're spamming one message per insert, yeah, this must be getting invoked by something. Okay, well, there's one of these. Even for pools. There must be hash tables of all this stuff, is what this is. Oh, serialization text test struct. Dude, okay. So, yeah, this code base is really generating many, many, many instances of this function. Now, that said, if we provided built-in language equals operator, maybe you wouldn't need to do this. But okay, I'm going to close this door now. It's really for a lot of things. Okay. So we're spamming every time there's an insert. This code has an atypical number of inserts. Well, so what do I do about this? If there are inserts pending, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. maybe the way that we have messages structured doesn't make sense. Because, so the phases, which you will see again, where are the phases? There are these. So all source code parsed, type checked all we can, all target code built, etc. Now the thing about this is that insert now inserts its code in type checking. And we're sending all source code parsed just when we literally finish parsing the files. But if there's a bunch of inserts pending, then obviously we don't want to go. We don't want to claim that all source code has parsed if we're about to insert a bunch more things. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, what could I do about this? I could keep a running count of how many inserts have not yet been inferred. That's the only idea I have. I don't totally love it. Because it seems like something that could go wrong. And it adds a complication. But I'm not sure what else to do. Also, though, maybe this message just isn't very important. Is anyone here on the beta? Does anyone use this frickin' message, all source code parsed? Maybe we just get rid of it. What do you think? The type checked all we can, that one matters. You never used it. I mean, I imagine our sample size. Do you guys use the other messages? Or have you literally never used these messages at all? Yeah, because I think rather than blindly proceeding forward and saying we have to send this message, I mean, if the message isn't doing anything, it's not doing anything. Use type check a lot, use post write the most. It might be worth to post a message. Yeah, I will. I will do that. But yeah, I mean, I think I would rather... I'm in a mood to simplify lately. Like we've been trying to simplify on the game engine, or I have at least. And just simplifying on the compiler, because the simpler things are, and this compiler is quite complicated already, right? But the simpler things are, the more robust they can be, and the faster they will be, and the sooner we can, finish the programming language. So, yeah, like why go through a bunch of complication and add bugs here to preserve a message that maybe nobody literally uses? None of the modules use it. None of the examples use it. Sokomon doesn't use it. Literally, if I remove this message, my code doesn't even notice it's gone, as far as I can tell. I mean, we probably have a couple tests that this message works, right? And you would take those out. All right, I will post on the secret beta Discord literally right now. But it's secret, so people can't see. Okay. Today I noticed some spammy behavior, I am saying, involving the all source code parsed compiler message. It tends to get sent into spammy away to the user program. There's a way I could solve this by adding some more complexity to the compiler, but it strikes me that maybe nobody in the universe uses this message anyway, so we could just get rid of it and everything would be simpler. So I want to check whether anyone is using this message. Boom. Now, if I could figure out create thread, there we go. I made a thread from my posting. Okay, cool. Maybe, oh, you know what? Oh, do you guys want to see something cool about Discord? Hold on, let me get it back. Actually, we'll see if this got better. But so suppose I'm on a random Discord channel, all right? And let's look at our performance on our computer. It's like, you know, when I do stuff with Discord, it tends to use way too much GPU to move a window around. But that seems to happen in Windows 11 anyway for ungodly reasons. So when I move this window around, it's not as bad, but like you'll see, oh, it was as bad. Oh, but maybe that's because it's on top of Discord and we're giving render messages to Discord. All right. So let me move this one around without. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's basically hopeless is what we're saying. But, okay, what's even worse than this? When I'm just sitting here, it's fine though. So I'm not moving windows around. You can see CPU is fine, GPU is still using too much, but it's fine, right? Okay. What happens if I just go to this top little direct messages in Discord? Just by having this page open, look what is happening to GPU. It's doing something that, by the way, if you're on a laptop, is going to destroy your laptop battery. Yeah, note that it's using both the Intel integrated GPU and the NVIDIA 4080. Right. Now, that's only on this one page. Okay, so as soon as I go back here, boom, gone. Oh, wait, I thought it was gone. Okay, the Intel has dropped. Oh, you know, okay, this is probably us streaming right here, guys. Let's not forget that we're streaming. So that's probably what this is. So it's just the display graphics. It just gets pegged to like 60% when we're on here. Look at that. Boom. And then we go off that page, back down. It's constantly rendering on the messages page because of the Nitro new animation. What? What animation? I don't even see. Like 0 pixels are actually changing? Oh, this thing. Are you? It's because of this. That is taking 50% of my GPU. All right, great. Great, let's kill that. Let's close everything. Dude, just let me quit this. God, I'm gonna stop using Adobe products just because of how annoying that is. Microsoft Teams. Okay, now we're back up for some reason. Like, what is literally happening right now? It's like the stock market. It changes and nobody understands why. Okay, maybe having OBS up because we're rendering the display. Dude, okay, here's the thing. On the new laptop that I'm not totally set up with from day to day, which is why I'm still using this one, it's also an Optimus laptop. It has an NVIDIA GeForce 40 something and an Intel something. But the Intel down here, it says Intel Iris Z something or other, which is one of their more modern 2D parts. So I used to think this laptop was bad because they were just downclocking the GPU. But are they using some Intel part that is so slow that they don't even bother to give it a marketing name? Is that like actually what's going on here? Because why does it just say UHD graphics? Yeah, this one doesn't even say 630. It just says Intel UHD graphics. Like, okay, let's find out what it is. Like what? That view is useless. All right. System information. Look at how slow this thing opens. Like, what is even happening? Is that their idea of animated whatever? It's just called Intel UHD graphics, guys. Is it possible to disable Intel UHD in BIOS? Yes, but when you do that, you get so little battery life that it's very hard to even use the laptop on battery. It's less than an hour if you're doing anything. Rendering browser pages in the cloud. No, that company went out of business, I think. It's not still a product. They pivoted to something else. It's now an AI company. Yeah, I am not surprised at all. He blocked me on Twitter for winning an argument with him. Like, that's the worst thing about Twitter. All right. I feel like I want a chai latte as a good reward. And then what do we do? Maybe I just look down the list for other bugs that people have. I'm going to say it's 70% probability that we just remove this message. Because again, simplification is the bomb. That's why we deleted relative pointers. For example, so maybe I just go down the bug report list and find whatever is the next bug. Intel UHD is one of the worst performing graphics hardware devices on the market. Then it's probably it's probably just a horrible mistake of laptop design that they included it in here, because this is a very expensive laptop. Like, I don't know what the difference is between Intel UHD and Intel Iris, but even if it's like $50, like, they should have just absorbed it into the price of the laptop. UHD or Iris depends on the specific CPU. Really? Okay, hold on. Let's learn about this. I usually ignore this stuff, but let's find out. Okay, so what is my CPU here? God, this is so crappy. Where's just CPU? What is this multimedia? Okay, hold on. Control panel. How do I get the old system information thing that used to be good? Like, there's so many UIs for everything in Windows now. Device Manager. Yes, that's the thing. Device Man, okay, well, there we go. It finally gives me hits for device manager when I type the whole thing. It's like they don't want me to use anything that's good. It's like, okay. Is it under computer? Like, I have two computers. All right, processors. Woo, okay, well, I mean, yes. So an i3 or an i9 13950HX. Now this one, which I got yesterday, which is almost ready. So the thing is, it's a shame. The Razer feels like solid build quality. This thing feels like just total plastic, and the keyboard is not as good, but the components are just better. And even just the trackpad is not unusable crap. So, I mean, it's as unusable as anything in Windows, as opposed to unprecedentedly unusable like the Razer trackpad. All right, so if I do device manager here, and I go to processors, this doesn't have as many cores. It's an i9 13900H. So why does the 950HX, if you're saying it's built into the CPU, why does the 950HX have a worse GPU? Is it just that this one has an added one separate? It's the same one. Well, hold on. So, where is GPUs on here? Display, graphics, is it under display adapters? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one under display adapters says Intel R Iris R Z graphics. Okay? And if I run performance monitor on here, and I move a window around, actually, you know what? It still also uses a bunch of the GPU, just less. Just less. What's the resolution on this thing? 2560 by 1600. Oh. So this one's maybe lower, right? Because this one's 38 something. So maybe they're really the same part. Yeah. So the display on this laptop is higher res for sure. Faux shizzle. All of the integrated graphics are pretty meh. I mean, the thing is, they used to be fine. Like, this is weird, because, like, back when we were shipping The Witness, right, which was 7 years ago, that game ran fine on, you know, Intel GPUs from, you know, as long as it was like 2013 or 2014 or later, right? So, like, if you could run The Witness, why can't you move a window around 10 years later? Like, I don't get it. Lower the res? No, I'm not going to run it low res. We have self-respect here. No, stop suggesting lowering the resolution, guys. It's not on the table. It's not on the table. Guys, you have no idea how fast computers are if you think the problem is that 4K is too many pixels. All right. Here, let's do some bunny mark. Can I download a binary? Okay, this is the wrong bunny mark. That's JavaScript bunny mark, man. I wanted a binary one. All right, forget it. Oh, I saw it down there. Can I download it? Download the exe. All right. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Okay. It said opening, and then nothing happened. Windows protected my PC. Run anyway, it doesn't run. All right, well, that didn't work. Okay, here we go. How do I... We don't have... Where's the FPS counter? How do I... Okay, escape closes it. How do I get... I can't resize the window. And I can't see the FPS because it's in the title bar. Let's just do this. No, I can't. Oh my God, guys. Okay. This is kind of slow. But, yeah, okay. So this GPU is pretty damn slow, I think, is what we're saying, right? 77 FPS. Oh, you know what? I need to go to performance mode here. Let's see if that helps. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, let's try it. How do I exit this now? I thought it was escape. Okay. Now, there used to be a thing where you could right-click and run with graphics processor, but they took that out of Windows 11 for some stupid reason. God, I've got to get rid of all this Dropbox crap and fucking stupid shit. No, it definitely was running on the Intel GPU. That was the point. I mean, I don't want to go to NVIDIA control panel and let's do that. All right, so NVIDIA control, this is just so stupid. Like, just let me run it with the frickin' GPU. All right, we're going to switch. So hopefully this launches. Okay, that is already much smoother, right? Nope, it's not. It's not any faster. What's going on? maybe we just didn't launch with the right GPU, despite that I said prefer that GPU. What is going on with Bunny? Why is Bunny Mark so? I just trying to exit it, guys. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we could make sure in Task Manager that's true. But there's no way that the NVIDIA GPU is that slow, is what I'm saying. So it's just got to be running on Intel still. All right, let's see. I mean, maybe the laptop is just effed, right? No, it's still using the Intel for some reason, even though I said preferred is NVIDIA. It doesn't care. Right? So I exit it and the Intel drops. You have to do preferred GPU in Windows settings? Then why is it here? Windows OS now manages selection of... Then why is it here? It's telling me... Why is everybody bad at compute? This is so simple. All right. How come Bunny Mark? I just ran Bunny Mark. How is it not here? Downloads. bunnymark.exe. All right. No, don't let Windows decide. High performance. So stupid. All right. All right, now let's try it. Nope. Guys. I give up on computers. I give up on computers. What is even happening? They went out of their way to change how it all works, and now it just doesn't even work. Okay, this is fucking stupid. Obviously, the only solution to any of this is to make a new computing platform that replaces all of this idiocy. Like, this is insane. How many levels of stuff is piled on other stuff and none of it works? All right, I need a chai latte. That's actually the correct response to this situation. Okay. We got it going. We got it going. Like, I literally had no idea that that wasn't going to work, right? It's like people sometimes think that I get carried away when I talk about how software doesn't work or something. I'm like, no, this is every day. I don't understand why people think computers work. This is every day. Is the laptop plugged in? Yes. Yes, it is. It wouldn't matter if it was not, because of the, but you can see, oh, it's under the camera, probably. But yes, it is plugged in. This is not the new laptop. This is the old new laptop. Does Valheim work on the right root GPU? It seems to. I give up. Just uninstall the UHD driver. Yeah. I mean, again, the problem is then this laptop becomes unusable due to no battery life. Uninstall battery life. Yeah. Okay, let's do some real work. Let's just fucking... Like, I don't know what any of these people are thinking. I'm going to go check the Discord thread that we posted at this point 37 years ago about whether we should keep this enum. Literally nobody has replied in the thread. They have replied in line. Literally everyone is saying they don't use it. So we'll give more time for people to respond, but I would say the probability that we're going to remove that is increasing by the moment. Somebody said that Bunny Mark maybe only selects the first graphics adapter. Yeah, and maybe my uncle is Santa Claus. Like, nobody fucking knows. Everybody's guessing, right? If software can silently suggest or select which adapter, why isn't that made visual by the operating system? Why in this fucking tray full of shit down here isn't there a thing that says this program chose this adapter, right? Like, that's one of the problems with computers. So the main problem is complexity. But one reason why there's so much complexity, that it's so bad, is that there's all these invisible things that happen about which there's no feedback or no way to know what's happening, right? It's not acceptable for that. It's not acceptable that there's no way for me to know what the hell is going on. That's just not okay. Right? And if if it's your position, like, well, it would be too much UI complexity and all these things to give users information about this dual GPU stuff, then don't build dual GPU machines. Just fix that. Like, what is going on, right? Okay. Well, let me, I'm going to dig through the email. So we're going to go into high security mode here again. I'm going to dig through the email for another bug report that looks like something we want to do. Sometimes I see bugs that I don't want to do. Okay, here's one that I'm going to download multiple. That one might be fixed. Annoying error message. Yeah, it probably should be a user space check. The cast is borderline. It is kind of an error since it is trying to bind to another auto cast. That's implicit in the declaration. But yeah, this should not be an error. Will change. Okay. Let's do this one. This is an easy clap. I'm in the mood. Since yesterday was kind of a slog, I'm in the mood for easy claps. So we're going to do an easy clap, which is just when you do this, we give you a warning. And warnings are not good. You know, warnings are not a good idea. Anyway, so I don't know why I did one here. Oh, it's an error. It's not even a warning. I think in this case we just strip AutoCast instead. So, you know, the thing is, this is inferring the type because there's no type in here, right? So it's the type of the right-hand thing. But AutoCast says I'm binding to the type of the left-hand thing, right? But in this case, so if you take an overly technical view of what should happen, it's wrong, which is why I did this error. But like, it's kind of obvious what should happen, right? From what you've heard, Windows 11 is actually rebuilt. That is obviously false. Windows 11 is obviously Windows 10 with some GUI changes. And Windows 10 is obviously Windows 8 with some GUI changes. And Windows 8 is obviously Windows 7 with some GUI changes. Like, Windows 7 was the last Windows that really even changed much about the operating system. That was, well, that was meaningfully helpful, right? Like they started adding all the Windows Store crap and all this on top, but that's a different thing. The only thing they changed are under the hood that nobody cares about. No, that's false. They're scared to change things under the hood. They never do. Dude, I look at the Windows APIs all the time. They're all the fucking same. Right? They threw away their chance to revamp the entire Windows API by doing the stupid Windows. They changed the name of it like 17 times, but the Windows Store, whatever API that they launched with Windows 8. Complete disaster. And now that's still there and the old stuff is still there. Like Windows 7 was the last Windows that was even partially going in the right direction. Everything since then is mostly downhill. It's just, because they add accommodations for newer hardware and stuff, it's like, oh, we're rendering at higher resolutions and stuff. And it's like, well, that's because everyone has higher resolution monitors. But yeah, Windows 7 was the last, okay Windows, sadly. But it doesn't matter because we have chai latte and that's all you need, right? I'm putting it in for round 2 of the frothing. What if you don't have chai latte? Then you're in a dystopian situation. I don't know what to say. Microsoft has soy latte. True in more ways than one. Okay, so do I do syrup, cinnamon, and stuff? What syrup would I add besides the chai juice? No, I might do cinnamon if I had it, but I don't have any. But just the froth milk just takes it so far over the top. That error seems reasonable. No, I'm going to take it out. I think I was being overly pedantic. Okay. Let's at least look at the code. Okay, so is there any case see this is weird because this could have come from a macro. Oh, round 2 is done already. This could have come from a macro. It could have come from an insert. This is the wrong cup. I think this is the right cup. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like I always put in the amount of milk from 1 cup, and I get like double because of how milky, frothy. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a thing that strips autocasts. And then if we don't understand the situation, all right. We used to declare this was an error to have an autocast on the RHS of a type inferred declaration, but for now, we'll just strip the autocasts. Actually, I'm not sure. I like eating chai. I'm not sure what's the best. There's, sometimes there's just implementation details. I don't think we want to strip the autocast. Dude, chai lattes are so good. Yeah, instead of stripping the autocast, because that's maybe heavy-handed. We can just resolve the type. Now we already stripped multiple autocasts in sequence, so we should just be able to do one here. Check for one here. All right, sub equals substitution. All right, and then we say handled is false if subtype is cast auto I think that's what I called that flag. Then we say I'm already thinking of some cases when this might go wrong. So the way this normally works is it gets resolved in type binding. You know what? I'm just going to try this. Oh God, guys. Yeah, fuck. This is why see, when we cast literals and stuff, we sometimes just give you back a new literal rather than piling cast on cast on cast in the syntax tree, right? But this code that I was about to type wouldn't do that. I'm going to try reopening a window. Having serious temperature control issues in here. So this is maybe why I didn't want to do this before. Sometimes in the process of doing a thing, we reveal why it was that way. It's not that big of a deal. But so I could factor this out, right? And just call it from here. And then just set the substitution. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to do this. Convert AutoCast to a constant to a literal or cast of the target type. Okay. And then we're just going to say in here, switchable expression given is sub return true. Okay. So now we need this. And that is going to have this. And that, you know, this has the side effect of lightening up this type matching function, which is, it's a large function, so it's not that bad of a thing to do. All right, so as type definition. Now get cast context for result is probably in here, right? Oh. Where is it? It's in constexpr.h. That's great. Okay, so if sub returns sub, okay. Shoot. New cast, implicit cast target location. I think that's for debug error messages. So we're going to do that. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, this is switchable expression wanted. Oh, nullessian. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So why am I editing this? It's like of the target type. Where's that? Okay. Okay. Wanted expression. All right, so that's fine. Now, well, I probably forgot something, but now when we come back here, convert autocast to a literal or autocast of the target type. Interp, defen, astcast, and the declaration is now a cast location, hopefully. All right, so we set in for a type on the declaration. See, this is... we have a deafen above. We're just going to use that. It's going to be a little error prone, because if we use the wrong one, we're hosed. Set inferred type to deafen, set substitution of new sub. And we're just for good measure, we're going to do that. Okay, one thing I did forget is put this in a header file, because it's C++. You have to do everything twice. We know that. Not enough arguments. Do I have an interp argument? Yes, okay. Switchable expression given undeclared identifier. Oh, yeah, that's, I forgot to do that part. Return new cast. Bing, bada bing, bada bing. Okay, that's the... Oh. You know what? I did all the things. Remember how I said if you want to succeed in the games industry, you have to use the value that you computed? Right? All right. Dude, the command history in this freaking console is nuts. All right, so that compiles now. Import basic. So that worked. Now let's try some other things. This. Okay. I thought we strip autocast, but that must happen later. That must happen. Frickin' later. All right. Well, this is why you try things. Okay. I'm just going to use a go-to for a second because that's where my brain is going. I was about to type a while loop and like I just don't want to do a while for some reason. We're going to figure it out. Maybe I've got chai latte on the brain. So sub equals asked cast expression evil go to. All right. And this could just as easily be a while loop. The problem is there's another while loop. It's not a big deal though. Right? Okay. Okay, we didn't handle that for some reason still. Why? I mean, let's just find out. Probably made some kind of menial mistake. Can we just call this? Wait, okay, hold on. This is another case of the same thing. But for constant declarations. Resolve floating autocast. Why is this using totally separate fucking code? No check-in. Why does this not use the code from matching? We may get an unexpected cleanup today. Okay, this doesn't do nested autocasts either. Wait, this is this is like literally higher up in the function than when we're editing, right? So both of these things are probably happening. Yes. So honestly, we probably should put our handling up here. Right. So our handling like wait, what happens? Let's just hold off on this for a second. Okay, obviously that works. We're just going one step at a time. All right. This probably works because of that code. What about this though? So resolve floating autocast maybe does do that? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, that's not the right one. 139, that doesn't sound right. Decals 11. You know how many time zones there are in the Soviet Union? F, to pay respects. Here we go. So we get our target type. We call resolve floating autocast. Cast. The expression is also okay. So maybe it's eval to literal or constant? Right. So that already had a substitution for some reason. I kind of don't understand why that. Maybe that's how we condense autocast. All right. So that skipped the cast and got us. Oh wait, no, it didn't. Oh no, it did. It did. So we got the literal. Now we're casting it to the target type, which doesn't exist for some reason. That's weird. I would have thought we would have one. Oh, right, because we don't, because there's no type inst. Yeah, okay. This is all weird. So all this frickin' handling here, we're going to bring some of it back in a second, but okay, so we're just going to put that. And we're going to combine this handling with this one up here. So this thing where we do the target type, where is it? This thing an autocast on a declaration with no expression. The fans on my laptop just became very loud. Can you hear that? It's like something got stuck to the fan. Yeah, but the thing is there's no way into the laptop. Like, there's all these very fine gratings on the bottom. So if something got stuck to the fan, it is something from the inside of the computer, which also just isn't good on its own. I'm so over this laptop, guys. I tell you what. This is just the sound effect for the rest of the stream now. I will certainly be switching to the new laptop. Oh my God. Excuse me. You probably couldn't hear that cough over the sound of the fan, though. All right. So this is one of these cases where there's just like code that I wish were simpler, and we're gonna do our best to make it simpler. The thing that I'm confused about is like this works, but this doesn't? Oh, it does. Oh, but that might be because of my new handling. Oh, it's because that's a constant expression and this isn't. Right. That's because resolve floating autocast does some bullshit. But yeah, I kind of feel like the thing that we were doing is better than this. Okay, the sound has now... Guys, I'm ready any minute for this laptop to just start smelling like burnt plastic and then to just like melt down. So if the stream something happens, you'll know what happened. Oh my God. Okay. I honestly, I'm in a mood to just take a break and go. This is just not a good computer day. But we're going to finish this. How are we an hour and 42 minutes into the stream already? It's because I've been goofing off so much. We've hardly done anything. You hear that? Okay. So this old thing worked only for constants, but that doesn't really make sense. Doesn't make sense. So I'm going to make a helper function here. Get type beneath autocasts. It cleared up mostly. Oh, wait. Wait. You know what? This is stupid. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna leave this for now. Yeah, my brain just wants to take a break. My brain just doesn't want to work right now. It's Saturday. But we're going. We're going. Is there a plan for a compiler optimization stream? I mean, maybe it's just not the priority right now. Like, certainly we want to make the compiler a lot faster than it is, but you know what we also want? We want it to work correctly. So there's that. Here, let me bring the microphone closer to the... Okay. That's why people come to this stream. It's for that right there. Okay. Right, so there's a few things going on here, right? Because it's constant. When you have a constant declaration like this, the thing on the right-hand side has to be like a literal or other constant. You can't even have the cast here, which is what this is for. So let's just, okay, so we're going to try to, I still kind of don't know why this works. I forget what I do with multiple autocasts in a line that makes that work. Anyway, I'm going to do something that works here and then simplify. Because like the problem is my brain's doing too many things right now. Because like I said, when I was looking at this code, I was like, I don't like that. But like, let's just make it work. We can take the W and then simplify it down. Right? So okay. If this didn't happen, okay, we do this and we say this seems weird. Okay, so get expression beneath autocasts is not a thing, and then okay, so we need to make that a thing. And that is kind of this thing that I was typing here, except we're actually going to do a while loop here. Okay. Okay. Like we're literally just doing this. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit funny. All right. So we're going to do this again. Like that was actually pretty easy solution. It's just my brain was stuck in the mud about what was the best way to do it. So there we go. We could do this. And then we could do this. Actually, let's do this. Oops. I typed the wrong thing. What a surprise. All right, so that worked. Attempt to use an imperative. Oh, right. We can't do this in data scope. Can't do this in data. That's fine. That's a thing that we could look at later. It is a little bit annoying and weird. Okay. So this is fine. This fixes our problem. Let's make sure we didn't break anyone. Yeah, and then, so assuming this works, I'm just going to take a break here because my brain's in slow mode and that's not the best time to do a stream. Oh. It stopped. Easy clap. Easy clap. Let's see what happens once it slows down. Seems okay. Seems okay. Let's try Sokoban. Let's do it with release compiler because I had a hotkey for that exact command that I just typed. All right. Cool, cool. All right, we're gonna pause there because there's more to do, but I'm gonna finish waking up today and do it out in the world. So we made that work. The more thing to do is just, you know, well, while looking at this, we could delete all this stuff. While looking at this, it was like this maybe strip, where was it? This resolve floating autocast. We also have this maybe strip autocast. Strip auto. Where was that? See, we have. Who's that? No, auto. Auto. So here we say. Yeah, this is just where we cursor our way down. That's actually literally the same function as what we just wrote. Lol. I mean, it looks a little different, but see, look, we wrote 0 new code today. Still works. So the thing is, I don't like the way that resolve floating autocast doesn't use this other code from the type checking code, right? Like, I want it to use this. And so that would be the next step. But in the meantime, we can tell the people fixed the I'll call it a fix. It's not really a bug fix in the same way. It's a semantics change, but fix the inability to declare a variable with an empty type slot and XX on the right hand side. This is actually a change in language semantics. This had been made explicitly illegal, but now we make it work always. Always. It's about time to ship a new beta today as well. It's been a week since the last one. Yeah. So this was a little bit of a fumbly solution, but okay, here's the thing, right? We had something that worked. In fact, I could have like bull in a china shop to my way to something that worked earlier even. But like, this is the problem with the way a lot of programming is done, is that that's just what happens and then it works and then people move on. And it's like, no, because this compiler is to the extent it has problems, those problems are a result of accreted complexity, right? And so you want to be keeping complexity down at all times or the project becomes infeasible, right? So so here, another way to phrase what I'm unhappy about is that there's added complexity in that one way that we're solidifying autocast down to constants in some cases is this piece of code that we just factored out from the type matching. But the other way was this resolve floating autocast, which is totally different code, right? And at the very least, that's more code that has to be maintained and understood, but probably there's some differences in the way those two things actually generate results. And that can cause problems and unexpectedness later on down the road. Probably for somebody, you know, at some point, I have to move on from being the main person doing this all the time because I just have other things in life to do. And so, you know, you always have to think about what happens when I pass this code to someone who by definition does not understand it as well as I do because they've had less time with it, right? Yeah. So you just got to be thinking about this and dealing with it. It is the way of the programming. Do you mean to keep tech debt down? No. I'm talking about a different thing. I mean, tech debt is when you do something that you know is bad that you're going to have to pay off later. That's why it's called technical debt, because you're planning to pay it off later. This is just, I mean, this is like that, but different, right? This is just, what happens all the time, right? And so if you think about that as technical debt, you're sort of watering down the term technical debt. Although, to be fair, people sort of do that anyway. Like the term is not used with deliberateness the way it used to be. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to sign off. No raid today. Have a good time. See y'all later on.